Movie night, back with another Classic. I'm your host, Easy. Welcome to Car Language. Y'all see the caption, 1300 well spent. Y'all let me know. This my new hoopty though. You already know, I only do coupes. I don't know, it was a steal. I was surfing through the marketplace and I just thought it was a grab. I thought this was a layup. 1996 Lincoln Mark 8. It's the LSC. This is supposed to be like the, I don't know, performance version of that year. But very little wrong with it. Doesn't look that nice. It looks a lot better because I just washed it. But I'm excited. I don't know. I like this. I really wanted to drive this to New York. I'm going to New York sometime next week. And I don't want to take the lack because, you know, people be boosting cars out there like crazy. So it would have been nice to kind of take, you know, a hoopty. But wifey, she's like, I'm not trying to have any mishaps on the road. So we're going to take the lack anyway. But let me know what y'all think. Was it a 1300 well spent? Check it out. Boom. She looks real nice because I washed her. But there's not much to say about this. I kind of caught because I still miss my Lincoln Town Car. I still want one of those. So I figure, you know what? Maybe this is the two-door version to that. And it feels exactly like that. Now, these come with the air suspension. They swapped it to struts. Thumbs up there. I'd rather buy the car like that. It drives hella smooth. It only has 85,000 miles. Very little things going on here. And we can fix it with, let's say like $1,000 that we invest in this car. We'll have it looking at least decent. There's definitely some crack or something going on within the headlights where water's getting in there, but the lights still work. Everything for the most part works. I'll get into what doesn't as we go along. But we got the grill is cracked. You know, the center caps are missing. It could use touch-up paint here and there. As far as the interior, the seats are real bad, both driver and passenger. But the carpet is well put together. Just needs a nice shampoo. And look at the dashboard. The dash is not cracked, with the exception of that split right there in the middle. You know, it's in 1996. Like, it's not going to be in tip-top shape. I didn't expect that, and that's what I told the guy who sold it to me. I'm not going to say his name just in case he doesn't want to be mentioned. But look at the seats. Even the seats look in good shape right here in the back. I love this. Like, honestly, if my Mercedes would have sold, I wouldn't have been mad if I would have kept this. Only because I know this is way cheaper to fix. But not bad for a hoopty. I don't really like the way it looks. I hate that hump. You know what I'm saying? I wish I just put the spare outside. You know what I'm saying? This way we know what's going on. But the spare ain't even in, you know, right there. And that, I guess that's them paying the tribute. But dual exhaust. We got the 4.6. Allegedly, this was the engine that they put in the Mustang Cobras at the time. But look at that. Even the buttons work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that seat over there is not going forward. So the motor might be going out. You know, little things here and there. Look at the door panels. Like I said, just aside from the seats, everything does look fairly decent. Look at a bad tent job back here too. It does have music. AC works. I thought it was a steal. For 13, can't go wrong. I always like to keep a nice little hoopty like this, you know, that I could beat around. I thought about doing some whistling diesel joint, but nah, I ain't like that. I'd rather give the car to somebody. Having said that, I am giving away a free car. All you got to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, Car Language. As soon as we hit that 10,000 subscribers, I will be giving it to somebody. We're going to do a raffle with the, I forgot what you call that, where you turn all the names, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the lottery. Hopefully so. We'll reach that goal soon because I really want to give it to somebody. I really want to reach the 10,000 subscribers. We're giving away a Toyota Celica. I know it's not much, but a free car is a free car, and it's a Toyota. Easy to fix, etc., etc. Let me show y'all the engine. But yeah, make sure y'all subscribe. I like the mirrors too. The fact that they're ducked in, and you don't got to worry about having that tilt feature. Well, let me know what y'all think. L or W? Engine looks solid. Again, 85,000 miles. Can't go wrong. My bad. Hold on. Let's open the hood up. I gotta fix the hood struts because they're not holding up, but the engine looks pretty clean in here. Somebody tell me what this is, by the way. I'm not too sure. I'm like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Never seen that before. First time seeing that. I know these are wires, but I don't know. Is that like, what you call that? I forgot. My mind is brain fart right now. Nah, those ain't the ejectors. The ejectors got to be somewhere on the side. I don't know. Let me know what's going on. But this is that 4.6. I like the spaghetti design. The plastics somewhere back there, they broke. I'm thinking about just leaving them. You know what I'm saying? That's a V8. That's a big ass engine. I was looking at that when Aaron pulled up on me. I was showing him the car, and I was like, yo, I didn't even really take a look at the engine. This is a big ass engine, 4.6. Again, this was in a Cobra, and this is kind of why I would love to keep this, because we could probably tune this and make this fast. The car is not fast, but due to the fact that it's in this shape, it feels pretty quick because it's somewhat aerodynamic. It's crazy too, because we forgot about these cars. Like, you hear about the Mark 8, but I don't think it's this one that people talk about. It's like the older one. That was the one people wanted. I don't think this is the one they wanted. This is the trunk, big trunk. Again, this is like the two-door Lincoln Town Car. I forgot to clean that up. I'll hit that up real quick. But yeah, it's a lot of space. Definitely a family car. They say the back seats don't really serve a purpose, but not really. My seat is all the way up to where it would be. And look, somebody, you know, I could still move it forward. Somebody could fit like my height, 6'2", 6'3", comfortably back there with me driving up front. Car's pretty dope. Not bad. Like, again, I'm not mad at this. Definitely not. I like this. I miss seeing this in cars. You know, you flip the badge and the keyhole is in there. But let me know what y'all think. Look, it looks pretty clean. You know, this is what I really wanted to give away, because I got enough invested in the Celica, but I trust the Celica more than this. To an extent. I love old Ford engines. To me, it's definitely a preference. Like, I would take an old Ford before I would a new anything, because I'll know what to do with an old Ford. You know, with these new cars, you got to take them to the shop, etc. I got experiences with older Fords, and let me tell you, I love that you could do everything yourself. You know what I'm saying? The parts are definitely accessible. This right here shares the same drivetrain with those Mustangs. You know, that generation of Mustangs. I'm not too sure what that is, because I never really followed Ford like that, but I've always been a fan of older Lincolns. New Lincolns are cool. I'm not interested in none of the newer cars, though, to be honest. They're real nice. I'm not trying to bash them, but I'd rather, like, you know, they don't make them like this no more. You know, as far as comfort, reliability, etc., etc. Y'all know what it is. Zero leaks, AC works, heat works. Again, the only thing that's not working is the radio, and it's because it's missing the volume knob and that passenger seat motor to lower it forward and backwards. But not a bad hoopty. Like I said, look at this. It looks pretty clean. I would love to see this in some maybe 18s with some, you know, with those well wheels in the back. I've seen them. The guy who sold it to me, he had one in red. Looked really, really nice. Had it looking dumb nice. I was like, yo, I would love to do this to this. But I feel like this car does look better in like a black or that burgundy red. And then you got the one that came out after this that has the LED lights. That looks real nice. These are HIDs, by the way. He was telling me once one of those burn out, it's gonna cost like $100 to swap it. So that's pretty scary, but they look bright. Everything works. All the lights. Let's take y'all for a spin. I hear something knocking up there. Trying to figure out what that is. I think that's the air ride. I'm looking to raise the car. Probably. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Pulley is, you hear the squeak. I'm saying that's, I don't know what that is. Easy fix. I'll probably put some damn deodorant on that. Let's go. This is a 4-speed. That's the one thing I didn't like about the car. Not a lot of speed, so it doesn't feel that fast. Like, you know, long, what is it? Long revs. Ready? Put it in drive. Just go right quick. Spin the block. Off the rib. don't know what kind of struts they put in here, but the car feels like it has air ride suspension, and you can hear it when you step on it. You hear that V8. Little kick. No, not bad for a 96. It's crazy too because on the door sills you still got the blue plastic. They never took that off. Nobody did. I think I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna say how many owners this thing got, but I can't go far because the car is not registered yet. But visibility not so bad. A sunroof would have been nice. Definitely. Brake. Car feels a bit heavy. Surprisingly, the steering is not vague at all. Pretty tight. I'm saying I'm not expecting it to feel like a Z01, but it was pretty tight. Everything feels tight. I'm comfortable too, by the way. These definitely Lincoln seats. I mean, that's one thing Lincoln don't lack. It's comfortable. Anything with dual exhaust, I think is moving. You know what I'm saying? Because the car is breathing. They know what they're doing when they add that to cars. The car feels very, very good. I like this. Not bad for 1300. Not bad. I could flip this. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't, I'll hold it down. You know what I'm saying? It never had too many cars. Oh, that's my opinion. Yo, wifey, she don't, at this point, she don't even care. She's like, yo, we bought another car, whatever. I feel like Hoobie's garage. He bought one of these at one point too. I thought I was gonna be like the only one. And if you notice, you don't even see these like these, so they like that. So they are like exclusive in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like somewhat of a sight to see when you see one. But hell yeah, the car feels really good. Again, I was hoping to kind of give this away, but I don't know. I like to see what I could do with this. You know what I'm saying? I would want to see this in some wheels, some tunes. I'm saying, like I said, I feel like a pimp. I like the way it's like a spaceship. I'm saying with that hook, my bad, with that whole, round theme going on around the car, somewhat. And then you got the badge on the Lincoln seats. I'm saying definitely Lincoln seats. Car is correct, definitely correct. I wouldn't mind my daughter having, giving her this. It's a reliable car. It's Ford. Take that how you want. Every Ford I've had never really gave me an issue. I had the Ford F350. I had the Ford F450 at one time. That was pretty garbage, only because it had I think it was like the 6.0 or 6.7 engine. It was a 2004 dually. And all I had to do was bulletproof it, and I would have had a bulletproof truck. And a truck with a bulletproof engine. You know what I'm saying? But I decided to get rid of it because I had already paid 10, and to do that it was like another 4, so I would have lost money. And it was crazy. I sold it to CarMax and we flipped it hella. Yup. Very low mileage. I don't like dualies. I don't like to park. But what y'all think? L or W for this hoopty? Surprisingly too, the MPG is like 23, 24 combined, which is not bad at all, for such a big car, big engine. I gotta do the fluid changes. I feel the transmission kind of, it's not slipping or nothing like that, but there's like that jerk, so that fluid probably has to be changed. The car's almost 30 years old, which is super crazy. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, more content coming soon. I didn't want to make a video to this car. Look at me, I'm over here looking for the clutch. I'm so used to driving my Z01. I didn't want to make a video on this car because it's old and y'all probably not be y'all might not be interested, but it's a memory. You know what I'm saying? And for those who are, do got a lot of Ford fans out there. Let me know what I could do to this. Like, yo, is this car capable of tuning because it's the 4.6 engine? I'll do my research as well. Don't forget, 2000 Toyota Celica car giveaway. 10,000 subscribers. We on our way there. We moving. It's been a couple days since I announced it, and we've gained like 50 subscribers already. So let's keep the motion, twin. Let's keep that motion. Let's keep that energy. I really want the 10,000 subscribers, and I really want to give that car away. I really want to put a smile on somebody's face, especially for somebody who might need it. So please tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Help me get there. Appreciate the ones that have been following me. Y'all already know. Love y'all. Car Language.